want to be known. They want this to be seen. And by saying that, you don't care about anything that we have been fighting for a long time. And I think I saw a tweet like this from Will Smith. I believe it was Will Smith.
Right.
Racism never ended. It's just being filmed.
Yeah, that was Will Smith.
Yeah, it's just being filmed.
There you go.
And this is just one of those. This is just one of those things. They probably don't think they're being racist, right? They probably not. Yeah, they probably don't think they're being racist. But by agreeing with that brutality,
right,
and agreeing with that mentality that the cop had to do that,
definitely,
you're a part of the problem.
Yeah, fact,
and
100%.
And that's just I don't get it, for real. Right. I really don't get it. Like something, I feel like something has to change, definitely. And I don't think violence begets violence in my eyes. The way to change our situation is with money.
Interviews at hiphopun.com. You can go ahead and email us your public apology and we'll read it on there. Still don't justify shit. You owe more than that. Yeah. But we'll talk.
Yeah, nah. Both of your brothers dropped that very, very well. Definitely appreciate that. Well, Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? He is a brother and he added a lot of fuel to the fire by the statement that he said. But before, we're going to play the statement, but then we're going to get into a little bit of his history. And when you look at his history, you say, okay, it's really not that surprising. But Sandman, if I'm not mistaken, you got that audio of Lil Wayne talking outside of his mouth.
Absolutely. We're going to get this up right now because I don't know where it went again. God damn it.
No doubt, but you're here with the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, man. Hit that fire.
What do you think about what's going on right now with this cop on Big George stepping on his neck and all that?
I think when we see these situations, I think we also have to understand that we have to get very specific. We have to get so specific, and what I mean by that, we have to stop viewing it with such a broad view. Meaning, we have to stop placing the blame on the whole force and everybody of such a certain race, everybody with a badge. And we have to get into who that person is, and if we want to place the blame on anybody, it should be ourselves for not doing more than what we think we're doing.
Well, I'll start. When I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, here Wayne go." I think we heard this when he talked about Mike Brown, if I'm not mistaken, out in Missouri. He said something and he caught some fire for it. For the people that don't know, Lil Wayne dealt with a situation where his life was in jeopardy and a cop actually saved his life. It was a white cop. So it seems like from then on that he's always looked at cops in a different light than most Black Americans do, in especially cities that he lives in and attributed and lived in throughout the country. Every city has a hood. We all know what they look like. We all know what they smell like. We all know how the police treat us in those neighborhoods. For him to say these things is very naive and very just irresponsible. But he's done it over and over again. He's unapologetic about it. He's very authentic about it. My man Lakeith Stanfield dropped a picture. I'm not sure exactly what picture it is. It looks like a picture from the 60s, maybe in LA. And it says, "Wayne, shut the fuck up. This has been going on for a very long time." And what's going on is, and what I noticed is, how I realized Lil Wayne said something was, throughout my personal Facebook, I start seeing white people, white followers, white friends of mine that I follow on Facebook, they're dropping this excerpt and justifying, the stopping of the looting, the police are good. Nah, you don't do that shit, Wayne, because now you give people who don't really know the fucking story,
that's crazy,
a false narrative. Mm-hmm. You got to be careful.
Yeah, definitely. Lil Wayne, I just don't feel like he should have said anything like that, because there's a whole bunch of people with situations that have been in run-ins with cops and haven't had that whatchamacallit, that same narrative. Mm-hmm. Let me start over. So I'm being a Black man,
right?
There's good and bad cops. There's good and bad people. I know that. There's yin and yang, all right, no matter what.
Definitely.
But from what we all see is mostly the bad cops that's doing all this. And for Wayne to say something like that, it's like he's not caring about our situation. It's just like what's going on with the Rizzoli's place. Mm-hmm. So being me, I've had cops that have just given me away without a ticket and stuff. But I'm still fearful every time I see those red and blue lights. If I'm gonna lose my life today, I'm still fearful. I feel like many black men in America are, when they see those red and blue lights, are fearful if they're gonna lose their life today, because anything can happen. And if Lil Wayne, God forbid it, but if Lil Wayne was in a different situation, something else could have happened instead of that cop saving his life.
Feds have ran down on Wayne plenty of times.
That's what I'm saying.
Lil Wayne had, I think it was on the Carter 3 or 4, when he had that song about Bush, Miss Carter. He was talking about everything that was going on. He talked about the situation that had at Katrina in New Orleans when them cops weren't out there. So he is not stupid. Lil Wayne is very smart, but it seems like now he's living in this bubble within the last couple of years where he's kind of naive to what's going on. Do you think it's the drugs?
Not
to be ignorant. Not to be ignorant.
It depends if he was under the influence at the time. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to throw that on him. Obviously, he talked about it, but I ain't seen him drinking in that interview, so I can't say that he was high or smoked or popped the pill or whatnot. But I think we can deal with what he said and just, experience and history tell you that's bullshit. And you can blame the police. You can blame white police officers, because it seems like they're the ones that's enacting this type of punishment on black men for certain things like pulling out a wallet, certain things like, they always use this thing. And it even played itself out the other day, in Psyche with the lady who was in the park. I don't know if it was Central Park. And I think she was like doing something to a dog and the black dude was filming her. She's like, I'm going to call the cop and tell him that a black man is trying, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's deeper than everybody's trying to like sweep shit under the rug. Like, nah, this shit goes deeper all the way into the subconscious mind, or the way these cops engage us the way they do. And then as far as like the police departments and whatnot, I keep saying it because it's real. These shits was birthed out of the slave patrol shit.
Yeah, talk about it.
It's only a certain way that they're going to, handle people. And then Kansu comes on the other day and he breaks it down to municipal bonds. And so what does this all say? It all ties into this institution is put here for a certain reason. What is it? To lock black folks up more than anybody else in this country, even though we don't even make 50% of this country. We make up 60 to 70% of the people in the jail. It's a conspiracy to destroy us, man. It's right in front of our faces. So I just can't keep, I hate when an ignorant rapper, or somebody who tried to stand up for the people think that they know what they're talking about, because they fucking don't. And that's why my man Lakeith Stanfield was just like, yo, shut the fuck up. Because sometimes he's got to give it to people like that. Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Word.
You know what the fuck you talking about, bro. Making yourself look stupid. Now you got people using that shit as fuel. Like, just shut up, bro. But that's what I got to say.
To be honest, this is all generational. Like, for Wayne to say that that he should, that this is our problem, this is generational. It goes way back to when the first time we was brought here. First time we was brought here, it was killing us. We got out of slavery. They started killing us again. We got into the civil rights movement, started killing us again. And now here we are, killing us again.
What do you say to the people who say, yo, blacks are killing each other, though?
Whites is killing each other, too.
Everybody's killing
Everyone's killing everybody.
And we learn from you motherfuckers how to kill each other.
Word.
That was killing us.
Facts.
The greatest genocide in Holocaust in human history.
Talk about it.
Was slavery.
Yep.
The 13th Amendment, which freed slaves, it was the 13th Amendment, also put intact unless you are locked up. That's when we had the slave patrols. That was the initiation of the police department. You have all these free Negroes running around. How the fuck are we going to contain them? Okay, we'll get people to round them on up and kick them on bullshit, Jim Crow kind of shit, lock them up. Oh, now we got them. Oh, shit, this is big business. Now we can kind of change the conversation and evolve slavery. We won't sit back and say, where have we owned slaves?